What's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again to the Growth Network, where we grassroots our wealth, tradition, and heritage. Hey, be sure to like the video, be sure to comment, share it, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to be notified. I came across this article a couple of days, well, saw this a couple of days ago. Well, actually, yeah, yesterday. But today, we're gonna get into this because I had to wait till the Daily Mail posted it, because like I said before, you know me, I like the Daily Mail because they go into like in-depth detail, put all the facts out there. And so that's what I want to bring you, all the facts. And this is, it said an exclusive. It says, we found love in a hopeless place. Meet the trans prisoner, 27, convicted of killing her foster father and the female double murderer she impregnated, who began their forbidden relationship in the New Jersey women's prison. And this article goes, the transgender, let's start here. This article is going to be really going to dive into telling you, showing you what the issue is, and makes you want to know what exactly is the point of all this transgender, like, big uptick. They're trying to get transgender rights. Everybody's claiming they're transgender now. You got guys like the guys that claiming that they want to be women. Dude can't swim against men, but then get there with women, get into women's sports, and the greatest thing that ever happened. And nobody says nothing. If I was a woman, I would have never swam. I mean, they should have. I mean, seriously, women just. Sometimes you gotta stand up for what's right. So, like, you got the what was one sport was bicycling, and transgender cyclists got suspended because none of the females ride. You know, you're seeing it to where some of these transgender guys getting arrested in the MMA and beat the crap out of these women, and nobody says nothing. When truthfully, it could all be taken care of if you just tell. I mean, like even in high school, like transgender boys, like boys wrestling these girls. Ain't no way in hell I have my daughter out there going against boys, especially in physical contact sports, or just in sport in general. No, she'll have to sit out. And hopefully everybody else would do it because, you know, men are men, women are women. There's no in between. But let's get into this article, man. Like I say, you know, like the video. Like the video and comment. The transgender prisoner who got a fellow inmate pregnant is a 27-year-old killer serving 30 years for manslaughter of his foster father. DailyMail.com can reveal. And one of the women, Demetrius Minor, impregnated, is a double murderer who killed a couple as they returned home from their engagement party. These are a bunch of cuckoos flew over cuckoo's nest, chocolate, you know, for Cocoa Puffs type people. The forbidden love inside the walls of the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility will result in life for Latanya Bellamy, 31, giving birth in the early fall. We found love in a hopeless place, Bellamy wrote, quoting from a Rihanna song in an online essay entitled Freedom, Love, Pregnancy, and Trauma. Now, they're trying to make this seem like a romantic tale. And this is all over the news. But there have been stories where women have said they've been raped by transgender males, female, whatever the hell they are. And it just hasn't been on the news as much as this one. But this one, like I said, they're trying to make it seem like a love story because they want to justify or give reason to why what they're doing, there's nothing wrong with it, because people can even find love in prison. New Jersey's Department of Corrections admitted on Tuesday that two women prisoners have become pregnant after having sex with transgender women at Mahan, the state's only women's prison. Minor has admitted online that she is responsible for both pregnancies. Now, I know y'all seen the movies, the TV shows. If you ain't been to prison, you ain't been, don't go. I don't plan on going. Sure, whatever. I can be a square if you want. Call me that if you want to. That ain't my type. That ain't my type of life. I like my free world. Do what I want to. But let's say you've seen the show, documentaries where women be in these prisons. Men too, they try to act like men are the only sexual deviants, but these women be in the prisons. Shoot, they have needs just like men do. So you have a transgender person coming there, dude got a penis. Oh, you're gonna have women. I'm surprised more women ain't jumped on this dude. Probably, you know what I'm saying, held him down against his will and try to take advantage of him. You see what I'm saying? But nobody want to talk about that. Minor admitted online that she's responsible. Minor also complained that all 3 inmates are not being held in solitary confinement, which they should be, because a prison is a prison. Not anyway. The 800 inmate Mahan facility began housing transgender women, including those that have yet to undergo gender reassignment surgery last year after a lawsuit brought by an inmate in the ACLU. Now it has 27 trans prisoners. A source familiar with the prison told DailyMail.com cell doors are left open during recreation time, so inmates can theoretically use those periods to sneak into each other's cell or slip in a bathroom for quicker sex. Here's the thing, if you know this stuff is going on, why don't you stop it? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when they say these transgender boys can go in the bathroom at these schools, so they taking the signs out the door and just say anybody can go in there. But like I said in previous videos about Gabrielle Wade and Jada Smith or whatever, you know, they say they've been assaulted. They were assaulted as kids. And I can tell you stories like women that told me, hey, you know, all through elementary, junior high school, dude trying to get at them, grab them, trying to rape them and everything while they was children. So you don't think that's a possibility? But so-called transgender, because any kind of sexual deviant dog can sit there and say, hey, I'm a woman. I'm a transgender, especially if you're doing life in prison. What you got to lose? Yeah, I'm a transgender. Let me go on up in this prison, to this women's prison, so I can get me some. I mean, but hey, what do I know? You know. Let's see, William Sullivan, president of the union that represents most of the state's correctional officers, told DailyMail.com that the pregnancies come as no real surprise, pointing out, we foresaw this in 2019 when we filed an injunction to stop the transfer of inmates to the women's facility that identified as transgender. Exactly. But they want you in prison. They want your babies to be in prison so they can, you know, control them. That's all. We caution this will probably end up badly. Meaning with pregnancies, Sullivan said. There's congregated showers, recreation, and we can't watch all 800 inmates every single second of the day. In her essay, Bellamy said conditions inside Mahan breeds a pervasive culture of rape. However, she added in all capital letters, I was not raped. Nor was I forced to do anything I did not want to do. Exactly, because it's man and woman. I don't give a damn talk about the transgenders or not. Man and woman, they all got needs. You got people selling life in prison. Like I said, what you got to lose, man? Despite it not being permitted, I fell in love and had consensual sex with a woman who is trans. Consensual sex is a prohibited act in Edna Mahan. I did what is natural to every human being. I formed a natural and genuine bond that led to an extensive amount of support, understanding, and love. Now you just want to have sex. That's all. Well, because you've been incarcerated and you want to come and you shoot, everybody got needs. What incarcerated individuals do, not yearn for a second chance at life when your teens, 20s, and 30s are withering away behind 4 walls, a steel door, and barbed wire gates. Your very soul feels as if you are suffocating inside, and the very air you breathe causes internal convulsions. Oh yeah, they got all kind of infatuation. Imagine having someone understand the true capacity of internal feelings that are hard to describe, but a simple look or gesture bring forth understanding. Again, one has a penis, the other one has a vagina. It's not hard to, well, you know what they say, pause. It's not hard to understand. Come on now, when you, like I say, once you come up to a certain age and your hormones, you know, going through puberty, yeah, it's not really hard to understand. Mine was just 16 when he broke into Theodis Butt's home in Gloucester Township, New Jersey. Butts had taken him in as a foster child, but Minor was no longer living with him, according to a report at the time in NewJersey.com. He stabbed Butts 69 several times, then fled to New York, where he was arrested. He was convicted of carjacking. He approached a couple whose infant son was in their Pontiac Grand Prix at the time and pointed Glock 45 in the woman's face. The couple got their baby out of the car before mine spread away. He started transitioning to a woman in 2020. Yeah, dude got horny and was transferred out of the male prison system to Mahan, where he is now prisoner 00049447535E. I'm sorry. Since being incarcerated, Mona, who now calls herself Demi, has tried to turn her life around, becoming something of a jailhouse lawyer, advocating for other prisoners and representing her unit on the inmate liaison committee. You gotta understand, this brother got all the time in the world in his hands. He know he ain't going nowhere. So like I say, what do you got to lose? I got plenty of time to learn the law. I got plenty of time to transition. I got plenty of time to do whatever I need. I mean, hell, I ain't had no woman this long. A little while longer ain't gonna hurt, but once I get over there, it's on and popping. Now let's see, where's the other? I don't know where this other girl is. During Demi's time, she faced sexual abuse and harassment at the hands of correctional officers and other inmates, which she has reported was only partially accommodated for. Bellamy was 19 when her cousin, the second man killed. Leah Hart, 25, and Michael Muchioki, 27, in New Jersey. In Jersey City, New Jersey, there's a couple unloaded gifts in the car at 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. in the morning, she left them gifts in the car. And we'll get them out in the morning. She told the court that her cousin shot Muchioki in the head and then handed her his handgun and told her, "You want to shoot a gun? Shoot the effing gun." She claimed in court she was paralyzed by fear because her cousin would kill her. No, you didn't. And she appeared to oppose the robbery. She said she fired the gun into the ground away from Hawk. However, in the early police interview, she said she fired once in the air and once at the ground and shot. May have hit the victim. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody lying. He said after the killing, civil appeal her sentence of life plus 30 years last year on the grounds the judge improperly rejected her request for access to her child protective services records that she showed she had spent years in custody of a family member who sexually abused her and that he was biased against her. That's always the case, man. We gotta watch our children, people. We gotta watch our children. We don't understand. We try to hide our kids from certain things like sexual stuff on TV, which is too much of it on TV. I think it's too much, period. But we don't talk to our kids about sex. We don't talk to them about relationships. We don't talk to them about hormones, feelings. And we should. I know I did. My kids from the age of 4, 5, 6 years old, kindergarten on up, I talked to my girls about stuff. You know, anything they saw, any questions they had, I talked to them because, I mean, who else gonna tell them? You know, their friends, dad, friends, mom, whoever who may be looking at your child a different way. Hell, even your uncle, your aunt, whoever. You know what I'm saying? That's looking at your child different, not in the right way. I mean, let's just be real. So it's always best for you to talk to your kids and be 100 with them. Now you got to be vulgar. You can talk to them with maturity, but this is just we got to watch our kids and understand that they go through stuff, especially like I said, the girls when they get to elementary, junior high. I remember this cat in 6th grade, him and this girl, they were dating. I remember they used to go around the bed on the side of the bed. They used to go there hunting, dry hunting, whatever you want to call it. And everybody looking out the window, looking at them, laughing and everything. I think they ended up with like 3, 4 kids by the time they got to high school. So I don't know if they're still together, but they was together for a minute. So that's all I'm saying is like, we got to teach our kids, stop trying to hide stuff, because these children know a whole lot more than we give them credit for, if credit is the right word. It said a judge told Bellamy before sentencing her, have never been exposed to such deviant and senseless act. This defendant does not possess normal impulse control and is capable of extreme violence. Yeah, because they've been through a lot. I mean, if you go through a lot of stuff where you get sexually violated, physically, emotionally and stuff, man, shoot, people like that need counseling, but they don't give it to them, or they don't seek it out. And then when they get old and they react, it's too late. And then we all saying, oh man, this person's a criminal, they can't be changed, saying and stuff like that. But we don't know, like I say, exactly what they've been through. And we refuse to even acknowledge what they've been through. She said since falling for minor, her time behind bars had begun to fly by. Love was the reason, she wrote. Somehow, in some way, love is utterly forbidden, yet it was conquered, grasped, and explored. Surprisingly, a pregnancy came about. An innocent human being is forming and will arrive shortly. Pregnant in prison is a blessing of mockery. She claimed correctional officers are now mocking her pregnancy by playing baby songs over the public address system and making references to $1 million baby, which she said is exacerbating my pregnancy anxiety. She added that if correctional staff had done their jobs efficiently, the conceiving of a baby would have never taken place here. And really, maybe you just would have refrained from the sexual act in the first place, then it never would have happened. You see how people try to blame other people for their actions? Because you said it was consensual, right? So, no, you can't blame the correctional officer for that. While I do accept accountability for my actions of falling in love, I find myself being in a place of fault, which is unfair to me because several blind eyes were turned. But again, you did what you wanted to do. So, grown folks never take full responsibility of their actions. It's kind of like, well, I'd say, look here, I wasn't there when you decided to sleep with this dude. So why do I got to be the one having, suffer the consequences? Why do I be the one got to pay for the suffer consequences? You know what I'm saying? Our love was known and not hidden, yet forbidden. So a child is going to be born. What is going to be done to ensure that a mother can spend an adequate amount of time with her baby before separation? There probably nothing be done because they don't care. I would wholeheartedly dispute their claim that the officers were making fun of them playing nursery rhymes over the loudspeaker. Sullivan, president of NJPBA Local 105, said, the PA system is center control. I would highly doubt that would be allowed or condoned. The New Jersey Department of Corrections told Daily Mail that due to the active nature of the investigation to the pregnancies, it cannot comment on any specific disciplinary housing decisions that may be considered in light of these events. But again, where is the second girl? I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. It say the guy say pregnant 2 women, but they only talked about one. Transgender prisoner Demetrius Myers, 27, has admitted she got 2 women inmates pregnant in a New Jersey women's prison. She is serving 30 years behind bars for killing his foster. She is serving 30 years behind bars for killing his foster father and carjacking. So is it a she or is it a he? But they get them pronouns right. You know they don't play that stuff. One of the pregnant women is a double murder. We just talked about that. Incarcerated, but like I say, not talking about the other. But anyway, that's all I got on that story there. Like I said, that's crazy. But again, you got, I don't know what this world is coming to, but I don't like what I see. A lot of us don't. I know a lot of, and I'm not the only one. But we'll just stick to the way I feel. When you read the scriptures of how Babylon fell, when you read the history books of how like Rome fell, and it was all into this sexual deviant behavior toward the end, like Rome with all the big parties and the orgies with the men on men, men on boys, all that kind of stuff. Hell, even the Catholic Church is about to follow this. But what does it follow behind? Follow behind sexual deviation, deviance. So now America is allowing, people to do things that's against the natural order of things. Like I say, openly embracing stuff that's not natural, which to me is a sign of the American, this new Babylonian empire is about to fall. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. Leave your comments below, like the video, man, and share it. Tell me what you think. We can have some dialogue, some mature grown folk dialogue. If you want to start a YouTube channel, like I say, hit that tube buddy link. Yeah, it's a great way to get your channel started. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you on the other side.